Conor McGregor has been making more and more headlines over the past few months throughout his recovery after his most recent loss. We are seeing him get ready for another opponent, and he's talking trash once again. So what is happening with Conor McGregor in the UFC? Well, stay tuned, because today we're going to cover Conor McGregor aims SURREAL smoke dig at Neymar and Charles Oliveira. First up, we have Conor McGregor aims SURREAL smoke dig at Neymar and Charles Oliveira. As we all know, Conor McGregor is well known for his trash talk and beef with many of the UFC's biggest stars. He is still beefing with Dustin Poirier even after his most recent loss to the fighter. Over the past year or so, we have seen their fighting get more and more heated, with McGregor commenting on the fighter all the time. It's become a monthly occurrence at this point for something relating to their beef coming out. Conor's trying to get a new fight for his return to the octagon during 2022, and he's been targeting a few well-known fighters with his trash talk and smoke. One of the major players he is going for right now is Charles Oliveira. So could this ever happen? Well, Dana White himself commented on this possible fight. Speaking to ESPN, he stated, "I don't know the answer to a possible fight until it gets closer." Even though Dana White has already spoken on this situation, others in the UFC really don't want this to happen. Speaking to TMZ, Justin Gaethje stated, he, speaking of McGregor, has not won a fight since 2016 in the lightweight division. "I'm ranked number 1. I saw they updated the rankings. I'm number 1 now. That feels pretty good. My whole life I've been working towards this. That is what's next. If not, I'll effing burn it all down. I'll show up and start throwing dollies everywhere." McGregor's also been focusing himself on Neymar as well. According to Sporf.com, Oliveira posted a photo on his Instagram account showing himself, the UFC lightweight belt, and the Paris Saint-Germain star Neymar. The presence of one of the world's top footballers in the photo couldn't stop Conor McGregor from aiming a dig at his rival's expense. In fact, he included Neymar in his response as well. On his Instagram story, McGregor posted a screenshot of the photo followed by the words, "Smoke the two of these." It would undoubtedly be, let's say, an interesting sight to witness Neymar saunter into the UFC octagon to take on Conor McGregor, or the Irishman to face him on the football pitch. Thankfully, though, it's a battle against Oliveira that's more likely for Notorious. Will Conor be getting in the octagon with one of these two? We'll have to see and find out, because Conor still needs to make his return to the octagon sooner rather than later. And now, onto some more UFC news. Now we have, it's so easy to stream it illegally. Sean O'Malley questions UFC's pay-per-view price increase. The UFC have had an ongoing battle with the prices of their tickets, and fans really aren't happy about it at all. According to BloodyElbow.com, for the third time in 3 years, UFC pay-per-view prices are getting a bump. If you were paying $69.99 in 2021, you'll now fork over $74.99 when you purchase UFC 270, the first pay-per-view event for 2022. It's been quite a jump from the $59.99 price that fans shelled out in 2019. There are many people who are completely fine with this pay increase, as they are getting good enough content for the money. But on the other hand, some people are hating what is happening. More and more people are becoming less likely to pay the $70 for the pay-per-view of a UFC match because of the price increase and because of how easily accessible pirated streams are nowadays. Sean O'Malley was recently asked about this ongoing battle with pirated streams during a podcast known as Sugar Sunday Service. "What the hell are we doing here, Dana?" he said. "It's just so easy to stream it illegally. Not talking from experience, but just saying to my friends." O'Malley then made some suggestions on how the organization could tighten up its anti-piracy measures. Whoever is in control of the legal streams and stuff at the UFC, or whatever, they need someone that's good enough at hacking to, right before the main event starts every single time, they just shut it right before the good stuff. Someone could do that. Someone smart enough probably could figure it out. They could have a hacking team. The UFC is slowly making it harder and harder to stream the fights illegally, but at the end of the day, there will always be people who find a way to do so. Dana White clearly hates what is going on, as he has personally threatened many of the larger players in the illegal streaming market. More and more people want to stream things nowadays, and they are used to a Netflix model of paying. The UFC really needs to get into the trend of monthly payments instead of large sums for fights, or just find a way to make things cheaper. What do you think about all of this? Let us know down in the comments section below. Next up, Yan. UFC delayed rematch to avoid Sterling headlining pay-per-view. It looks like Peter Yan has his own theories about why the UFC has opted to move his already scheduled rematch with Aljamain Sterling from UFC 272 to the UFC 273 co-main event. Yan lost his bantamweight title to Sterling during UFC 259 after landing an illegal knee to a grounded Sterling late into the fight. According to MMAnews.com, Sterling and Yan were originally scheduled to square off at UFC 267, but Sterling pulled out due to lingering health issues. Yan would go on to fight and defeat Corey Sandhagen for the interim belt at UFC 267. After they were originally scheduled once again to battle at UFC 272, the fight has now been pushed back to UFC 273. The two sides have gone at it on social media regarding the reasoning for the delay, with Sterling accusing Jan of being responsible for it. The pair went onto Twitter to fight before their fight. Pathetic liar desperately trying to look good and control the narrative, but it won't work. I'm vaccinated and ready to bash you anywhere, even tomorrow. UFC simply doesn't want fake champion to headline the event, Jan tweeted. Sterling responded with, LMAO. I'm only repeating what I was told from the bosses. Don't get your potato blank in a twist. I'd happily F you up tomorrow too. That can easily be arranged. What do you think about this ongoing beef between the two? Let us know down in the comments section below. It looks like for now the rematch will be taking place during UFC 273, and fans are keeping their fingers crossed that there are no potential shakeups between now and then. And finally, we have Sean O'Malley has eyes on a fat effing contract and killing spree in 2023. Sean O'Malley wants to get back into the action of UFC as quickly as possible. He really wants to ideally get back to his 3 fights a year like he had back in 2020 and 2021, despite the current pandemic limitations in place in the UFC. I look at it one way. If I don't fight till June or July, it just gives me time to get better and improve, O'Malley said on his regular YouTube channel show. I haven't been able to train since my fight. I've had a fractured thumb since my fight. I haven't been able to train. I haven't been able to improve until now. I get my cast off soon. That'll give me a couple months to improve. I'm not too worried about it. Ideally, I get 3 fights in a year. That's kind of where my head's at. I don't know if it's because I want more money. I think it's competition. I love competing, but I just want to get back in the game and improve. So if I only get 2, if I get 1 in July and in November or December, I might only get 2 this year. I'll fight out the contract, then 2023, boom, fat effing contract and go on a killing spree. Hopefully Sean O'Malley can get back into the octagon as soon as possible, because he sells tickets like many of the other big hitters right now. Dana White knows what he has, even if the two don't always click on every decision. What do you think of O'Malley's words? Let us know in the comments section below. It's going to be a crazy year for the UFC if things go to plan, as we should be seeing some insane rematches and some already spicy clashes come to a head. And that's the end of today's video. The UFC has been going amazing recently, aside from those increases in price. Hopefully they figure something out sooner rather than later, as their audience is getting sick of it. Hopefully you enjoyed this latest video, and if you did, would you please let us know down in the comments section below. It would be very helpful. Make sure to like the video, comment down below, and of course subscribe to the channel with the notification bell rung. Thank you for watching today's video, and bye. Dio.